Heroes, villains, a tale as old as time, and the never-ending battle to protect truth and justice from those who thrive on chaos and bloodshed. Come with us as we peel back the mask on your beloved Crusaders of Light and dive deep into the dark and twisted abyss of your most feared and hated harbingers of doom. Follow your host, Power Maximus, and everyone's favorite demigod, Lord Triage, as they take a trip down the rabbit hole that is everything super. So, are you a hero or a villain? Either way, find that super suit and suit up for the Super Breakdown.
All right, we're back again. I'm your host, Power Maximus, as well as our host, Lord Triage, and our game master himself, Saiyan Jag. We're going to be going over the death battle that happened a few days back on the channel Death Battle. If you don't know what I'm talking about the long disputed Goku versus Superman. Who will win? As we've seen, this is the third one that they've done thus far. So in each time Superman's come out on top, a lot of people are upset with that. A lot of people are upset about it. We're here to just talk about. We're gonna run down the death battle, talk about things that we liked about the death battle, things we didn't like about the death battle. Clearly we're gonna discuss the winner of that death battle. We're gonna discuss why he won that death battle and maybe why he should not have won that death battle. We're not here to change anyone's minds. We're not here to degrade anybody for their choice of who they think should have won. We're here to have a good time. We're here to nerd out, speak our minds and our opinions. Maybe shit talk each other a little bit. Absolutely. But no, in the end, also, we're just gonna pretty much talk about each character and why we feel that character should have won. If you haven't watched the Death Battles, go to Death Battles official YouTube. Check them out. I believe the first Death Battle was like 10 years ago, almost. It was like maybe 5.
No, it was 10.
Yeah, it was 10. Yeah, the first. Yeah, I was damn. Woo. Damn. Damn. It's been that long. Oh my god. Woo. Shit. That just aged me, bro. That just aged me like crazy. And then what? It was 5 years ago for the second death battle. and then at this point, I think it's been about 5 days ago from the last death battle. Now, throughout all 3 of these death battles, there's been one consistent theme that not a lot of people, not everyone's happy with. The theme is Superman wins each time. I'm on the fence about it. I personally feel like, And I feel like they kind of they're dragging it a little bit, but also it's highly plausible that Goku could win. But that's just me. This episode is gonna be it's gonna be a lot of talking. It's gonna be a lot of talking this episode. Probably a lot of yelling in this episode. Depending on how far we go, maybe a little bit of crying as well. I hope we don't get. I hope we don't get to that part. But again, welcome to the Super Breakdown podcast. We're gonna have a good one for you. It's about to be good. So let's start off with the basics. Good Sir Lord Triage, would you please give us the basics of Superman and introduce the people to Superman?
Well, Kal of Krypton, as we know, was sent to Earth by his father Jor-El when the planet was in the process of dying, and he came to Earth to be Earth's greatest savior and hero, Superman. Now, if we run down a classic scale of his abilities, from top to bottom, we have flight, heat vision, super breath, super hearing, super speed, which allows him to do his infinite mass punch and molecular phasing. The phasing thing I completely actually forgot about. I'm not gonna lie. He also has microvision, telescopic vision, X-ray vision, and has recently been able to gain the ability to travel through time.
Nigga, what?
Yeah.
Like I know Christopher Reeve's Superman did that shit back in the movie where he like flew around the world in the opposite direction and spun the world around in the opposite direction to reverse time. They're making that shit canon?
Yeah. I know.
They
Crazy,
made yeah. Okay. All right. Continue. Oh boy. This is gonna be a long one.
It basically grants him like a form of interstellar teleportation because he can basically travel anywhere through the timeline or the time stream in the universe.
So honestly, it sounds like they got tired of people of the Flash being faster than him, so they just gave Superman the powers of the Flash.
Listen, that's a whole nother argument. We'll save for another channel.
I'm definitely down for that one. But man, that just okay. All right. All right. Now, Jag, for those of them who do not know who Son Goku is, please give them a brief introduction of Son Goku.
A Saiyan that was sent to Earth by his parents. Same origin story, Superman. Exact same origin story.
Not exactly.
Not exactly, but
there was one.
close.
Yeah. But to my knowledge, there's a caveat to that. While Superman was sent to Earth to save or to protect,
Wake
Goku
up,
was sent to Earth
destroy all life forms.
Yeah, he was sent to destroy, but in turn ended up getting cracked in the Chrome Dome and forgot that he was there to kill and destroy.
Yep.
All right. Now, what are if you don't mind giving a run through of his abilities, some of his abilities?
Instant transmission, Kaioken, Super Saiyan, all the way up to 4. We're going through every other innovation. Count GT, right? Count GT and all the heroes and all the other thing like they did. All right. Saiyan 4. We got the red, the blue, and Ultra Instinct.
Now, would you mind expanding on what some of these powers are? For people who don't know, Kaioken. which I personally don't really understand what Kaioken is.
It's an ability made by King Kai to pretty much amplify your power, but there's a side effect. If you use it too much, you mess around and die. Everybody can handle it.
All right, so it's like a double-edged sword. So, isn't that what Super Saiyan 3 essentially does? It's a power drain.
It deserves a key. It doesn't kill you.
Well, that's always been an interesting statement to me, because isn't that pretty much the same thing?
No, actually, no. It's energy based, straight kill you, which is.
But if your key is your energy and your energy got down to low enough, wouldn't that cause you to die? Isn't that the way Tien died?
No, I think with I think the difference between Kaioken and Super Saiyan 3 is Super Saiyan 3 consolidates your power and your energy, while Kaioken amplifies it, which burns it faster. So let's put it this way. So
that makes sense.
Yeah, while Super Saiyan 3, it consolidates your Kai until you attack. While Kaioken is just burning it straight through on max level, just ripping straight through. That's the only other way I can think that it would make sense. That's the only way that makes sense to me. Give me a sec. We got some comments coming in here. Let's see. Just realized this is a review of the Superman versus Goku death battle. Haven't seen the newest one though. Love the first two, and I'm keen on avoiding spoilers. Copy that. That's completely understandable. Completely understandable. So you might want to fall back on this for definitely spoiler warnings. Here, I'll pop the spoiler warning up there. Definitely thank you for joining and thank you for watching. Now, where do each of these characters kind of get? Let's figure out where do they get their powers from? Where is the source of their power? Well, so let's start off with start with Superman.
Well, with Superman being a Kryptonian, Kryptonians draw their power from the sun. Now, specifically being a sun that is not red. If Superman is under a red sun, his powers will actually wane to the point where he loses them. But it will happen gradually over time. It won't happen all at once. But if he is under a yellow star, a blue star, or a white one, his powers actually grow exponentially. And actually, I didn't even know about the white star until recently.
Honestly, I didn't know about that until I actually watched the death battle. I was like, whoa, there's really a white dwarf? Really? A white dwarf star will do that? Oh, shit. Okay.
A blue one also. So, I mean, technically, it just depends. And
I knew about the blue.
Earth is also considered the third planet from the sun. So it's like, the question I'm also curious about is that if he had landed on, Mercury.
Or Mars. Or somewhere further away.
Closer, I mean.
Yeah, so you might want to go with Mars.
Mars is behind us.
Is Mars behind us?
Yes.
I'm retarded. Okay, I've also been drinking. I've also cracked open Terramana. Terramana and pineapple. It's lovely. It's delicious. Goes down smooth. Perfect sipping tequila. Way better than Patron. You don't get the fucking daggers in the back of your throat like you've been deep throwing 12 bukakis like Patron.
Now, Jack, I'm actually surprised you let that one slide, but we're moving on. We're moving on.
I let it slide because I gotta save my energy for the actual debate.
Oh, damn! This nigga talking big today. He talking big today. Okay, all right. But yeah. So if he would have landed anywhere closer. Okay.
Well, the thing with Superman was that he always struggled with his identity between being raised as an Earthling and actually being Kryptonian. So, like, he actually had put up several mental blocks, which were limiting him from using his actual full potential and his powers. Like, that's one of the reasons why if you watch Smallville, it took him forever to actually physically fly.
Yeah, and only time he did fly was where he put on the black kryptonite ring. And no, it was the black kryptonite shield shit or whatever, and it made him Kal-El instead of Clark Kent, and he pretty much broke down all those mental blocks, which allowed him to fly. That scene was fucking fire. It was our first time seeing him fly. It was fucking fire. I remember that scene vividly because he was wearing like all black. And we all love Superman when he puts on all black. We all know it's over. When Superman puts on all black, it's over. So that scene was pretty fucking hardcore. So now when do these mental blocks end up breaking down?
Well, that all depends on the continuity and things that have happened over time, because one of the things that Superman has had to frequently do, depending on the fight, is push himself past his limits. And he's also has acquired certain things because of the people that he's had to deal with throughout his career as Superman, such as interactions with telepaths to the point where he had to put psychic blocks inside his mind to keep his mind from being altered or manipulated.
Mm-hmm. So now, when it comes to Goku, where does his strength come from, Jag?
His race that he was born as.
Oh, so he just woke up like this?
Yes.
Type shit.
Yes.
So he has no external force that gives him powers.
Except for Zenkai boost when Saiyans almost die all the time.
Yeah. Well, now here's my thing. This is what I've always found interesting about these two characters is that whereas Superman gets his power and his strength from the sun, Saiyans get a big boost from the moon. So I found
No,
but yeah, but if you think about it, like there's when they do have their tail, when that moon's out, they're at their peak strength. Imagine Goku with Master Ultra Instinct with his tail under a full moon.
He has no control over that, though. He has no mental control. That's his problem.
But see, this is also one of the reasons why I've always said if we were going to do a fight between a Kryptonian and a Saiyan, these two aren't the two I want to see. I said it should be Zod versus Vegeta.
I'd say Zod versus King Vegeta.
King Vegeta gets his ass kicked.
Really?
No powers. No transformation.
Oh, yeah.
Nothing. Base Saiyan. All he has is Ozaru, and that's it.
True. So you're talking like full extent, alter ego,
normal Prince
Vegeta.
Yeah.
Honestly, that would sound better because again, now these are two people that are not. They really don't give a damn about the people, and they care about winning. They care about survival. They care about the decimation and utter deletion of their enemy. So I feel like that fight would be way more interesting. Here we have these two characters who, honestly, I'll say one. Because Goku, when Goku fight, he often don't really give a fuck about the people that are around him anyways.
That's
a way.
He's very not vital damage.
Only when it comes to his like his friends or his family Or if someone innocent happens to be there, he'll go out of his way to be like, all right, bro, move the fuck out the way. I'm trying to fight. But like, I don't see him like intentionally taking the fight really too far out of the ways, except for who was it that he
fucking Vegeta, his first fight. He went to the desert on purpose.
That time. Let's see. By the time he
Jiro in 19 the city. Jiro in 19.
But the reason why he left the city, what was the reason why he left the city? So he can go all out and wouldn't hurt his friends and peoples around him. Like, I feel like Goku was really just more so focused on his group of people, whereas Superman's like, nah, bro. Like, so it was said one time that the way Superman's mind works and the way he thinks when he does what he does is that even the buildings of the city mean more to him than his own life. And that's some deep shit right there. Like, Goku may also protect life, but when it comes to buildings, if it comes to a building, he don't give a fuck. He don't give two fucks. Like, come on now. Bro, look at that. Think about it this way. Spirit bomb. What's needed for the spirit bomb?
Energy on the people of Earth. Pretty much. Energy in general of other people.
Well, he started using the energy from other people, but that energy has to be willingly given. And it's also one of those things like where the spirit bomb also depends on the planet he's on. Like when he created the one on Namek, that's because Namek had 3 suns, and he used it from every living thing in the immediate area.
Mm-hmm.
And it's also by the time he goes to use the spirit bomb's usually like his trump card. He usually pulls that out as a last resort.
Yep. But now, my thing about it, and it only works on people who are evil.
That too.
Mm-hmm.
Yep. So that's one thing I could definitely say, like, all right, well, can't use that against Superman. At least not this version of Superman. Can't use it against this version of Superman. Because this one is like the super just, super good, wouldn't hurt a fly, Boy Scout, all-American Boy Scout Superman. He's like Captain America language type Superman, you know what I'm saying?
Listen, that's Superman.
So
got Lois Lane somewhere taking back shots right now. I think like the area in which Lois is currently taking these back shots is kind of dark. It's really brooding as well. There's waterfalls, and there's a lot of bats. Yeah. Yeah, listen, man.
There's a lot of bats.
Fuck prep time. Moving on.
So let's just get to the nitty-gritty of it. Why did Superman spoiler alert, why did Superman win each one of these times? All right, and we're gonna go to we're gonna look at it as why do you Tank why do you feel like he won? And Jag, why do you feel like he won? All right, so let's start off with Triage. Triage, why do you feel like he won?
Well, my thing with Superman is that like there are very few people within his actual realm, and I mean when I say realm, I mean the DC universe, who could actually go blow for blow with him. And every time that we've ever seen him do it, he's very rarely gone full power, unless he's actually had to fight to the death.
Mm-hmm.
And it's also one of those things like where when we have seen him use his strength, his speed to do certain things, whether it be spinning the planet back on its axis or actually towing the planet with the help of the Green Lantern. I mean, it's one of the things like where I get the level of what's going on, but at some point in time, like if the fight just stayed physical, or I mean hands and feet, I mean as far as brute strength goes, let's see. The only people who have even come close to Superman's strength in the I almost said the Marvel universe, Jesus, within the DC universe are what? Lobo, Darkseid, and Doomsday.
Zod.
Well, he's also Kryptonian, so I didn't count the other Kryptonians.
Oh, yeah, okay. So, all right. So you're not counting. All right. Well, yeah. So if you're not counting any other Kryptonians, those three.
I mean, I would give the Martian Manhunter an honorable mention because of how strong the Martians are. It's just that their weakness to fire. But
And he shoots fucking fire from his eyes. I'd maybe a Daxamite.
I would say that the Daxamites could be a challenge, but not to the point where they actually have to. They might be a challenge, but I'm still giving it to Soups.
All right.
Jag, what's your counter argument?
Well, not even a counter argument. Why do you think Superman won this one? No, seriously. Why do you think? Why do you think?
I'm actually thinking.
Oh, okay.
I'm putting things together.
You got handwritten notes over there?
No, I'm putting things together.
All right. So you put it together. For me, I think he won. Honestly, more so just I feel like he, on an experience level, between Goku and Superman, I feel like Superman got Goku beat on the experience level. The amount of shit that Superman has been through.
I got to argue around that. That's
okay.
Bullshit experience.
All right.
That's bullshit. Goku is trained with freaking gods.
But
so is Soups.
So like Superman literally went to Valhalla and fought with Thor for over 1,000 years. When I think he means experience, I think he means the longevity of the character. I mean, Superman himself is almost 100 years old.
Yeah, the amount of that, more so the amount of stuff that they've been through, not exactly what they've been through, just the amount of stuff. Like, yes, Goku has gone toe to toe with gods of destruction. He's gone to toe with other universes that have been stronger than him, but Goku has as well. Look at when you look at Mongol, look at War World. You know what I mean? When he was there, he was going against.
Oh, I forgot about Mongol.
Yeah, he trained with Mongol for a little bit there as well. You know what I mean? It just that the amount of shit that Superman has done. That's what I mean. Goku hasn't done that much. As in comparison. Like he's fought against gods. Hasn't won against a god yet. But this nigga still goes toe to toe with Goku goes toe to toe with gods and survives on a regular basis. Just want to make that loud and clear. He goes toe to toe with gods and survives. Like, question. How many hits did Goku land on Beerus?
A lot.
She actually landed hits on Beerus? I thought Beerus just dodging and blocking the whole time.
No.
I'm talking about when they first fought.
Oh, what I got for him?
Yeah, without.
None. I think like one. We got his ass beat Super Saiyan 3.
Really? In Battle of the Gods? Really?
Yes, he got his ass beat the first time he fought him. Beerus whooped his ass.
I still can't co-sign the Purple Cat, man. I still can't. I'm sorry. I feel like if this dude was supposed to be so bad, they could have made him look a little bit more menacing. That's just my opinion.
I think that was kind of the point. Like same thing with Xeno. If you look at the god of all gods, Xeno, he's they're children. They're not supposed to look. Yeah, that was a joke. They're not supposed to look all powerful, but just know, just on a whim, you can no longer exist.
Now hold on, wait a minute. I have a theory on that, and it's one of those things where I think it's a cultural thing. So I'm not going to kick that hornet's nest because we might fuck around and get canceled. I'm just you already know where I'm going. You already know where I'm going with this, and your laughter makes me think that you know I'm not wrong. So we're gonna
kick it. Fucking kick it. Jack, tell him to kick it.
But hold on. Everyone knows where I'm going with this. Like I think the whole child.
I really do not. I'm completely oblivious to what you're talking about.
Like you just said. That the whole thing with the god being an unassuming child, like I said, I think that's a cultural thing. Yeah, you really don't know what I'm talking about?
Just kick it. Just kick the nest. Just kick the nest.
No, I really do not. I'm completely I'm oblivious.
Let's kick the nest for him. Let's kick it.
I think it goes back to that whole thing with how in certain cultures, children and younger people are a little bit more looked at as adults and sexualized than in American culture.
Oh. Okay.
The O.
Okay.
they're just oh, okay.
Yeah. Okay.
Like the unassuming child, no one's gonna think that he's the head of the sex trafficking organization. Yes.
Gonna find out that's not a young child, that's a 50-year-old man.
Mm-hmm.
Am I wrong? But again, that was the whole point with Beerus as well. He's supposed to be same thing with Whis. You look at Whis, he's like prim, preppy, elegant, to himself, and it's very, very, very as a flamingo. But kind of find out he is the god of destruction's master. He taught the god of destruction everything he knows. He's stronger than the god of destruction.
Mm.
You know what I mean? So it's like all this like unassumingly like look at Boo, Majin. Look at Majin Buu. He's a fucking monster. Fat Boo.
But
Fat Boo's a fucking monster, but you look at him, you're like, oh, he's adorable. Until he starts fucking eating your friends.
But that goes back to like what's that goes back to like a Star Wars reference I want to make. Like Darth Bane said that the dark side of the Force was poison. It was venom. If you take that venom and drop it in dozens of cups, it'll dilute. But if you take that venom and pour it back into a single glass, like you got to remember, Boo had absorbed all the other Kais, and by him absorbing the Kais, it diluted the very essence of what he was. And the second the Kais got expelled from his body, you actually saw the monster everyone was afraid of.
Yeah, Gray Boo, right? The Gray Boo, skinny gray crackhead looking one.
Talk about Kid Boo.
Oh, Kid, and when did fucking the crackhead Boo come into play? Was it after Kid?
That's Kid Boo. That's crackhead.
Nah, the gray Boo turns into Super Boo, and then the Super Boo turns into Kid Boo.
Turns into Kid. Yeah, see, yeah, that's what I'm talking about. So it goes Majin Buu, Crackhead Buu, Super Buu. Super Buu is after he absorbs good.
Nope.
He said he's out there smoking rock. He said Boo was out there.
He was.
That's all the evil.
Wait, hold on.
Skinny Gray Boo is pretty much Skinny Gray Boo is all Boo's evil that was in him came out.
Oh, okay, and it was expelled via when. Okay, copy.
And then he absorbed himself and became the dominant thing. That's what Super Boo is.
Yeah, and then Super Boo becomes the fucking savage that is Kid Buu. Kid Buu is a fucking problem. I'm sorry. I stand by Kid Buu. I stand by Kid Buu. Kid Buu is a fucking monster. I feel like Kid Buu is one of the Dragon Ball and Dragon Ball Z's best fucking villain. Fuck Cell. Fuck the androids. Clearly, Krillin's already doing it. But like, I feel like fucking Kid Buu. Man, listen.
Topic.
Yes, I'm sorry. Yes. Now. Oh yeah. Your turn. You said you were thinking about like why is it that Superman won? Why do you feel that Superman won?
Because they probably knew more. Pretty much. I think it's biased. 100% think it's biased.
I think it was biased.
Yeah, I think it was biased.
But you said he knew more, so what does that mean?
I said they knew more. They knew more. They feel they're doing it. I think they were biased about it. But
so you feel like they knew more about Superman than they did about Goku?
Yes.
Oh, okay.
But isn't that a biased opinion about a biased opinion? Is that like an assumption? So, okay, let me ask you a question then, Jag. What did they not go over that you know that would have tipped the scale in Goku's favor?
It's just the Godzilla thing, something recent that just happened. Just happened.
But once again, like the Godzilla thing is cute and all, but it's like, okay, besides the Godzilla thing.
Yeah. So there's got to be a little bit more than that. Like, what else about, like, what other facts about Goku or, like, feats and, like, or powers and abilities that Goku has that they didn't touch on? I will say one thing that they didn't do is an ability that Ultra Instinct has is that even if Goku is asleep or knocked out, his body will essentially create a fucking Susanoo to protect him. So pretty much. They did have that? They did have.
Yep, right at the end of the Kamehameha Blast. Didn't see the Susanoo come out?
No, I didn't.
Punch. That's the last thing. It was the last one. Superman was punching the Susanoo.
Oh, that was.
Yep.
Oh. All right. I'm sorry. Yeah, I didn't even realize that they used it. But yeah, like, what's an ability or something that you feel like they maybe ability that they probably looked over or something?
Like, if you had told me like Spider-Man, Jesus Christ, Goku's training with like Korin or Kami gave him like some kind of mystical control over his ki, or like his punches and kicks had a mystic touch to him, or that could be something I could see like get the power scale tipped in his favor because Kryptonians aren't vulnerable against magic. So like, is there something that
the power pole, that magical weapon, they didn't bother use one fucking bit. The power pole, magical weapon.
Oh, actually,
we use
that is actually a good point because they mentioned it in the first fight. In the first fight, he used the power pole in the first fight, and Superman, it's like, oh, what is this? Hold on, magic item. The power pole is magic, and technically, if they're going off of at this point in time,
the Dragon Ball Heroes one has the power pole. And they brought it up.
Xeno Goku.
Yes, he does. He has the power pole.
Okay, but my whole thing with the power pole is that a staff is more of a blunt object. So it's like, what is it going to do? Beat him to death with it? Now, if it had been like a halberd, if it had been like a halberd or a spear or a sword, like all right. But it's like
you got to remember though, they're also going by that the individual character's personality. Goku wouldn't use a weapon like that.
But this is my point. Okay, like the power pole is a mystical weapon. Okay, yes, but it's also one of those things. Like I said, it's a staff. So what is Goku going to do? Beat him to death with it?
Yeah, knock him out.
So all right, he's going to go like full Barry Bonds, and Superman is just going to walk into that swing and get knocked. I mean, come on, man.
I mean, no, he's not going to see it coming. Remember, the power pole stretches infinitely.
Yes,
much like myself.
Pause.
But
always got to represent your dick, huh? Always got to represent your dick, huh? Always.
Listen, I know what you're doing over there, Power. If you don't stop that, you're gonna go blind. but okay, so like,
why do you think I wear glasses now?
Oh God.
Okay, so like, let's say for sake of argument, Superman's flying max speed, whatever the case may be, or he's flying. Goku winds up full on Barry Bonds, hits him, cracks him, sends him flying. All right. Now, my whole thing is like, is it as hard as Goku can swing the power pole? Is the power pole extremely dense? Like, what comes into play to make that? Like, if you were to tell me the power pole was as dense as like a diamond, I'd be like, all right, because then like with Goku swinging it, it's got extra force behind it.
And that's something that they would have to explain. We'd have to get more information on the power pole. For all we know right now is that the power pole is a magical staff that stretches infinitely.
Yeah, so that's not enough of a key to tip in his favor, in my opinion.
I mean, but it would give him a an item that would actually hurt Superman. Because the thing about Kryptonians is that it's not that they're weak to magic. It's just that it essentially kind of cancels out their invulnerability.
Well, it affects them. Magic is universal. It usually affects everyone else unless your race is specifically evolved against it. Now, it's also one of those things like, all right, even if Goku hit him with the staff, and then you see this happen in the first breakdown, once he realizes that the staff is magical, he takes the shit and throws it as far as he can. So it's like, even then, it's not like the Mjolnir where Goku could just raise his hand and summon it back to him.
Jack, how does instant transmission work? Would he be able to instant transmission to the pole?
No, because it has to have key energy.
Damn.
Unless it has key energy, you can't teleport to it. It has to be a life form. But technically, Superman cheated too.
How did he cheat?
He blew the fucking moon up.
He blew what?
He blew the moon up.
Nigga, I don't want to hear that shit.
It wouldn't have affected him anyways because Goku didn't have his tail.
Listen, Piccolo blew the moon up 30 years ago.
Yeah, but it's like if they're going to do a fair fight between them, Goku won if he whipped out some damn kryptonite, right?
But
no, that's not the same.
That's against their character. That's against his character.
That's not even remotely the same.
Okay.
It could yeah.
So wait, you explain to me how it is, Jack.
Okay, it's not.
But if you feel it is, explain to me how it is.
Aren't they supposed to be both fighting at their best, right?
Right.
With no advantages, no nothing, right?
Right.
Mm-hmm.
They're blowing up the moon.
So I would say with that is
they're taking the thing away.
But hold on. I thought we already established.
I can see where I can definitely see where Jack's coming from. I definitely see that. But I would say it wouldn't be as much as them having Superman take away the moon. The problem is on their end not giving Goku his tail.
Well, hold on, because this is the thing I'm confused about. One, yes, Goku doesn't have his tail, so I don't even see how the moon comes into play. And two, I thought you already dismissed the fact that the moon doesn't affect the Saiyans the same way the sun does Goku. I thought you literally dismissed that.
Other forms, right?
No, I just no. What he was pointing out was that it's another form, not a power source. Another form of transformation, not a power source. That's what he was saying. But pretty much without the moon there and without Goku having his tail, it takes away from another transformation, which means another level of power.
We don't know if he can make that artificial ball that Vegeta can do. We don't know that.
Which we do or we don't?
We don't.
So hold on. So you're saying that if Goku used that attack where he creates the artificial moon,
I wouldn't give a shit because he'll have all his powers. He'll have all his things. He blew the moon up. He took unfair. He doesn't have his full arsenal. He doesn't have his full kit. Superman has his full kit. Superman flew. How the hell did he fly to all those damn suns? There's only one sun, right?
Oh no, wait, no. You know. Oh shit. Oh god, I didn't want. You know, when you look up at night and you see all the stars.
Yeah.
The stars are suns.
Big balls of gas.
That's what he did. Big ass balls of space fart.
Or even then, we already established that he can travel through time. So technically, all he'd have to do is know the geological time and location of where said sun was. And if he flew as fast as possible.
And that's another thing too, because the light that we currently see when we look when we look into the night sky, the light of the stars that we're seeing is from the past. That light means that light is just now getting to us, so that star is probably already dead. So that makes a good thing. But I definitely get what Jag is coming from, though, because by them not putting in Goku having his tail, which means they take away his Ozaru form.
But this is my thing also. Like but most depictions of him don't have it.
But we're going through Heroes as well. There's versions of Goku in Heroes that still have their tail and still have their Ozaru form.
Which he needs to turn Super Saiyan 4 with too. His tail turns Super Saiyan 4 too.
What he said?
Yeah, he does get his tail. He does get his tail back when he goes Super Saiyan 4.
You're supposed to have his tail to be able to turn Super Saiyan 4 in the first place. And they're probably it's probably going to be that stupid that the thing is counted that you use all the forms because in the thing in the background you see all the universal gaps. Okay,
so you're saying that by Goku blowing up the moon, that was a fair, not Goku, excuse me, Superman blowing up the moon, that was an unfair advantage because of that specific reason.
Yeah, it definitely does give him. Yeah, it definitely does. I feel like it would.
Son.
What? But once again, that's why I said this is all a continuity issue. Like, I'm not even thinking about that version of Goku at this moment. That's why I said we got to clarify this a little bit better. Like, in my mind, I'm not thinking of Goku having his tail because Goku doesn't have his tail. But it's like there are incarnations of him with a tail, yeah. That's just like there's an incarnation of Superman that has a lead suit where the red rays of the sun don't filter through it and it filters out kryptonite.
Yeah,
and that's versions with all their kits. They stayed there from the start.
But that's still, but this is the thing I'm saying to you though. Like you're saying that, but that's not. You can't say that in the same context as that. That's why it doesn't make sense. Like, all right, if we establish from jump that we're talking about the Goku from the beginning of GT before he gets turned back into a kid. Okay. The whole thing with him getting his tail back, him turning in Super Saiyan 4, that makes sense. But if we're talking about the God Goku who doesn't necessarily need it or doesn't have it, like that's like saying that he's gonna have the fight with him, and then somewhere along the fight, his tail's gonna grow back. And then once his tail grows back, he has all the powers that come along with the tail. All right, that's fine. but that needs to be specifically said.
Well, that's the thing. He did, because he definitely went Super Saiyan 4, and I don't remember if he went Super Saiyan 4 in this one.
He didn't. They justified it as them with the other Voltiverse things in the back. If you pay attention in the background, those when they breaking apart, they only showed certain versions of him fighting Superman and all the other universes. They showed like the two evil ones fighting each other. They showed all that shit in the background.
No, yeah, I definitely get that, but they clearly stated that they're going with everything from each character, everything. So that means including everything from Super, which includes iterations of Goku with
all his bonkers ass powers and everything else too.
Who? What?
They went.
Yeah. So they're when this last battle started, they pointed out that they were going across the board, everything across the board, just so this can be the last one. People say, "Oh, you left this out, you left that out." So they're like, "No, we didn't leave anything out." But in fact, they did leave it out because they never. Which again, it's like, all right, boom. In order to go into Super Saiyan 4, the Saiyan needs to have their tail. The only reason why Goku was able to go into Super Saiyan 4 in GT was because he was turned back into a kid. Thus, he had his tail.
Okay. But
my thing is like, all right, well, if we're going through everything, then fucking give Goku his tail.
But the whole thing,
because go ahead.
The whole thing was in the first breakdown, he goes through all 4 stages. He ends the fight in Super Saiyan 4 for the first death battle.
Mm-hmm. Now, if you look at Heroes is pretty much all fanfic. Like, we got Super Saiyan, we got altered ego Vegeta.
That's canon.
Batar, Batar earring fusing with Ultra Instinct Goku.
That's not canon. That's not even.
It's in Heroes.
No, it's not.
I saw. Yeah, it is. I swear I saw it in Heroes.
So, okay, hold on.
Like that. No, that's family.
Jag. For the sake of argument, let's let Power speak. So go ahead. What's the point you're trying to make?
My point is, with all the wild shit that happens in in Heroes, all the different versions of Gokus that we find and the different shit that they can do and everything like that. Correct me if I'm wrong, Jag, but the Xeno Goku, the one that had the power pole, he had his tail too, didn't he?
Yes, he could turn Super Saiyan 4. That's the main thing. He could turn Super Saiyan 4 and all the other states too, and all the other God states too.
So it's like, all right, we didn't get that Goku. You know, if they were going to go with, all right, across the board, why did Goku not have his tail? And why was he not able to go Ozoro? Because now, put it this way, now if he's able to go Ozoro, because last time I checked, Saiyans can control themselves when they're in the grade 8 form. Vegeta did it.
But that's only because Vegeta was a member of the elites.
And you're telling me Goku, with all his training that he's done, all his training, in order to go into Ultra Instinct, he has to have a clear mind.
But the whole thing was, like, when you see him go Super Saiyan 4, he wasn't. He had to see Pan and then like center himself. And even then, I'll let that be plot armor and chalk it up to that and move on. But
well, here's the thing: but in order to go grade 8, you don't have to go Super Saiyan 4.
No, I know that.
You have to go grade 8 in order to go into Super Saiyan 4. But like right off rip, if he had his tail and the moon is out, he could have gone grade 8 and then still been able to go into his other forms while in grade 8.
Yep.
Wait, I'm sorry. Say that again.
So Goku, if they gave him his tail,
Mm-hmm.
and it was a full moon, Goku goes Great Ape, right? Is able to control Great Ape because of all the training that he's done up until now. Pardon me. Up until now, right? So he's able to control Great Ape because he has that centered peace of mind. And from Great Ape is then able to go into he's able to go Super Saiyan 2. Of course he likes to skip Super Saiyan 3. But he could, I mean, clearly he's already in Ozaru, so he'll skip Super Saiyan 4. And then boom, Super Saiyan God Ki while in the Zoro form. Then boom, Super Saiyan God Super Saiyan. And Super Saiyan Blue, for those of you who don't know, while he's in Ozaru. Run around as a fucking big ass blue ape looking like he's from Rampage. All right, that was a wolf. That was a wolf that was blue. My bad. Point is,
We got the reference.
Yeah, they got but fuck that. Boom.
Okay.
He actually ends up going Ultra Instinct as a Zoro. Fucking big ass monkey that you can't hit.
So you're telling me is that Goku should have been able to transform into the Great Ape, access all the levels of power that he can in his regular form, on top of the gods and Ultra Instinct because of the training that he's done?
Yep. And here's the thing about Ki. Your Ki is only as strong as your body. So, because remember, when he got transferred back into a kid, he couldn't use all his Ki because he's like, hold on, like I can't. It's my Ki is too much for this body. My Ki is too strong for this body. I can't control it. So imagine what happens when now his body is now fucking the size of a skyscraper.
Well, no, I hear what you're saying, and don't get me wrong, it does make sense, but it's also one of those things like where that necessarily hasn't really been defined well. Because, like I said, I thought only the elites or the members of the royal family could control their transformation into the Great Ape. Because you only ever see a handful of people do it, and anytime a low level does it, they're a mindless monster. So you're basically saying,
I think it's based off the training that they're given as an elite.
Look at the shit they do in Heroes.
I haven't watched Heroes.
In Heroes?
Oh, dude, you got to watch Heroes.
Heroes
is gorgeous.
Because the game too. They're Gogeta as a freaking Great Ape.
But hold on, wait a minute. That's also Gogeta. That's also part Vegeta.
That's still Goku.
Yeah, but that's.
We can't
count that because
if
Vegeta's will can overpass the mind of the ape already, that doesn't count.
Nappa can too.
Yeah.
Family.
But Nappa's elite. That's why I'm saying. Is it one of those things where you have to be a Saiyan elite? Is it one of those things like where you have to be a member of the royal family? Like, what is it actually that defines that? Because if that is the case, all right. I mean, in my opinion, making Goku a big ass target for Superman is not the best idea, but all he has to do, you do is that fucking super punch and go straight through his heart. But
now if you can't hit the fucking thing.
Yeah, all right.
Yeah,
listen, Superman.
If he's in Ultra Instinct, he can't get hit.
Now, how does that work with someone with the time travel?
Ooh, that's a fun concept. So,
and here's the thing, Ultra. Here's
I got a counter argument. He beat Hit only in blue.
What?
Oh wait, yeah. He beat Hit, who has the ability to freeze time,
and he didn't even have the Ultra Instinct yet.
One at a time, please. What?
Go ahead, Jack.
He can freeze time. He's an assassin who can freeze time and freaking freeze time and beat the shit out of you and his big time start again. He didn't even have Ultra Instinct yet, and he's able to beat Hit with him and get around that ability.
And how did he do that?
Super Saiyan Blue KO
by
stacking that. And
he did. He said he did Super Saiyan God Super Saiyan Blue with Kaioken times 20, and the way it was described is that he was able to pretty much push himself forward in time to break through hits of time barrier. Oh, I think they talked about it in the last in the last death battle too. I think they talked about that as well. The last death battle.
Nah, I'd have to get some more. I'd have to look through that. But once again, okay.
And that was the Super Saiyan Blue, not Ultra Instinct, just Super Saiyan Blue with Kaioken.
And so you're trying to tell me, okay, I get the whole thing with Ultra Instinct, and you guys are going to kill me with this. So once again, you're trying to tell me, regardless of how fast someone is, regardless of what they can do as far as time and space, Goku cannot be hit.
Yes, that's how the angels work. Mm-hmm. Angels are pretty much always on Ultra Instinct. You cannot hit them, no matter what. You cannot touch them.
That is ridiculous.
It works the same way. But the whole thing is, his body can't support it. Can't support it.
Yeah, that's the drawback to Instinct.
That's where the Great Ape comes in to counteract that problem.
But even so, wait a minute. That's like saying that's like making Goku omnipotent.
Yes, that's the point.
No, that's
they just made Superman omnipotent.
No. That's not.
That's what Superman Prime is. That's what
he literally just flew through. He spent 15 minutes in the sun and came back an absolute fucking beast, a monster that could not be touched or beat. He spent what 10 years? What was that? Superman Prime was 100 years or 10 years.
But this is the exact reason why I haven't brought Superman Prime up.
He's in the fight. That's how he ends the fight. That's how the fight ends.
That's how he wins. That he was Superman Prime at the end of the fight.
Yeah, I gather that, but it's also one of those things like where I don't know. Once it gets to that point, like I stop caring about the fight because it's like it's not even. How can I put this? To me, it's not even so much who's the better fighter or who has the better skill set. It's about who has the better plot armor. That's why I said. That's why I said a long time ago, like I think anything past Super Saiyan 2 is stupid. Like we
all knew that.
But it's like I said, I'll give Saiyan 4 a pass, but Ultra Instinct to me is ridiculous. I've always thought that.
Granted, which the thing with Ultra Instinct is that it's not a Saiyan ability. It's not something he can do because he's Saiyan. So that's why I give that a pass. It's something that is a completely different species ability. You know what I mean? When it comes to the Saiyans, the Super Saiyan levels, those are all stuff that like any Saiyan can do. We've seen it in Tournament Power with Kaba, where Vegeta on the spot teaches Kaba how to go Super Saiyan. Kale and fucking what's her sister's name?
Khalifa.
The fucking female Broly, whatever.
Mia Khalifa?
Yeah, Kale and Khalifa. Kale's the female Broly, Khalifa's the other one, the brute.
Mia Khalifa?
Yeah, no, not that one. Not that one. But that's a good one though. That's an amazing one. I heard that she has a lot of power. Yeah, I heard she has amazing power. And that she's a pretty beast. She's pretty much a beast too. But like they were able to go Super Saiyan on the spot just by being told how to do it. So it's like the Super Saiyan levels.
That right there to me is goofy.
I agree.
Well, even it is.
Because they're from a different universe technically, so it probably works differently. But still, it's fucking stupid. It's fucking dumb.
But that's like just saying. But that's just like saying the Infinity Stones are different in every universe that they exist in. Like, nah, man, I can't.
What they are.
But the point I'm trying to make is that there are certain things that are universal across the multiverse. Period. Like Superman is such a canon character that he affects the timeline across the multiverse.
That's fucking crazy. That's fucking broken as fuck, though.
It's like,
nigga, you are so important that you exist across the you
that was one thing
you are
in the death battle. He's a so crucial in the time in that thing. You can't erase him. You can't use a Kai. You can't erase him.
But you know what the funny thing is? That's true of several DC characters. Look at the Flash. Look at Batman.
Yep.
Dr. Manhattan. There's several DC characters like that. It's not just Superman.
Yeah.
We're broken as fuck already. We already know.
So okay.
But, fuck Dr. Manhattan.
So you're telling me that if we put the god level Superman, the Superman that spent all the time in the sun, versus the Otaru, whatever size, color, shape, form, ape, that is the defining fight, and that the Otaru Goku is winning.
I probably ended the stalemate. You can't hit him.
I don't say. I'm not saying that Goku will win, but I feel like if you're going to give them all their powers and abilities, if you're going to say that you're going to give them all their powers and abilities, then give them all their powers and abilities. You gave Superman every last one of his abilities, yet you failed to give Goku a signature ability of his race.
Hold on. Now, the question I'm going to ask y'all is, have we seen someone actually physically do this?
Use the forms as
Zaro?
Yes.
Yes, Golden Zaro.
So someone has used Ultra Instinct as an Zaro.
No.
But they have went to different transformations as a Zaro.
Oh, okay.
Which means Ultra Instinct as a form can be used as a Zaro.
Argument with Broly as well.
Hold on.
How Broly works, because Broly technically can turn into a Zaro without being a big ass monkey too.
So. But hold on. So, but this is the point I'm trying to make. So you've seen someone turn into a great ape and then go Super Saiyan or Super Saiyan 2, whatever the case may be. So how many levels of Super Saiyan have we seen in the Zaro go through that's actually canon?
One. We're doing non-canon stuff here with Heroes.
Okay, but this
Heroes isn't canon.
I'm trying to get back to that. So this is my thing. So okay, so non-canon, what have we seen?
Goku and Vegeta both have done it.
Have both done what?
To turn Golden Zaro to turn Super Saiyan 4. That's when you need to turn Super Saiyan 4. You have to turn Golden Zaro first.
Okay, so this is the point I'm trying to make. You guys are mad that the fact that argument wasn't used in the death battle against the almighty the almighty Superman. But here's my thing: did you guys ever stop and think that the person that did the death battle just didn't think of that?
Yeah, and that's what we're saying. We're saying that that's a fact that's something that wasn't factored in to it.
I don't think it was necessarily excluded. I just think it wasn't thought of.
No, that's what I'm saying. I'm not saying they even whether they intentionally forgot about it or not, that fact wasn't put in there. Thus, that does leave Goku at a disadvantage, whether if he would win or whether he would lose. Either way, he wasn't given the same level as the same level of treatment as Superman. They gave Superman everything, and like we said, to the point that even in the end of the fight, he had to go Superman Prime to actually win, to beat Goku.
Shit.
And you know what? I will point out. I
have critiques. I have critiques for Goku's side too. Goku would never.
Yeah, I will.
An Ultra Instinct ever, because it's counterproductive. You have to be clear-minded. He'll never stack together. Ever.
Oh, yeah, he did. He did stack that, didn't he?
Wait, what are you saying?
At the end of the fight, I'm giving a criticism across the board. Goku used Kaioken at the end of the fight with Ultra Instinct. That wouldn't work in the first place, because you gotta be clear in mind. 100% to use Ultra Instinct in the first place. Why the fuck would you stack Kaioken with that? You're not clear in mind at that point. You're not.
Well, is it one of those things where he can?
It's counterproductive. And it's counterproductive to the and it'll accelerate his body getting damaged more. Because Ultra Instinct already does that in the first place. He wouldn't do that. It's counterproductive.
Well, hold on. That depends on the fight in the moment. That's just like how King Kai told him not to go past a ×2 and he went to ×4. And then when he couldn't move, he was fucked. I mean, that's another thing too. Like we keep looking at the physical aspects of the characters. Let's look at the intelligent aspects also. Superman isn't brilliant, but he's definitely outsmarting Goku.
But Goku's a fighting freaking genius. We know this.
But what do you mean when you say that? Like, okay, he can technically take somebody, but like you say fight genius, like what do you mean?
He wouldn't hinder himself like that.
Based off his battle IQ at this point.
That's his hinder.
Yeah, the correct phrase for what we're talking about now is each character's battle IQ. Now, if we're looking at battle IQ, Goku's battle IQ is fucking phenomenal, right? But one of whose battle IQ is higher than Goku's? Vegeta's.
Yep.
Because he has actual legit combat like training, really. Goku just has martial arts tournament trainings, at least when he first started. Now his shit's kind of ridiculous because like this nigga's fighting gods and shit now. So his ability, his battle IQ is quite higher. But again, Vegeta's is still higher because Vegeta is now fighting gods and shit too, who already had a higher battle IQ than Goku. The only reason why Vegeta kept losing to Goku is because he kept underestimating him, and it was the same pride that kept getting in the way. Is the reason why Vegeta kept losing to Goku in the first place.
That's another thing that will definitely take Paul. What's the word I'm looking for? It'll definitely take precedent in this fight. That'll definitely get Goku in trouble.
Yeah, but as I was watching, I didn't really see a lot of Saiyan pride within that. I saw more so of, dude, you're really fucking strong. Let's get it. Let's see how far we can go, bro. That's more so what I saw.
How'd you feel about Goku eating the sensu bean after getting his pressure points hit?
See, that's one thing that I missed. The fact that Goku has telekinesis, I never realized that. Hold on, we got a comment in here. Goku isn't a genius. He mixes stuff and gets lucky. Look at Super Saiyan Blue mixed with Kaioken. He admitted he didn't know what would happen. That sounds like a genius to you? Granted, Justin. Yeah, I can definitely see that. I mean, Goku's always been one to kind of just throw shit together and see if it works, and if it don't work, oh shit, and figure it out. And again, that's why I'm saying Vegeta's battle IQ is far higher than Goku's battle IQ. In Goku's universe, yeah, he may be to 90% of his universe, he's a fucking martial arts master. He's the greatest fighter in the fucking universe, at least to 90% of his universe.
That's also because he's the only Saiyan on the planet.
That's granted as well. But now, if you take him out of that universe and put him into a universe where you have metahumans that are literally able to warp reality at will, and now you got to look at the power scaling of it. You really got to look at the power scaling of it now. Again, we see Superman pulling planets. Not just the one planet using the Green Lantern's help. No, I'm talking about pulling planets that are chained together. Multiple planets. Multiple planets.
Like he literally stopped Earth from colliding with Apocalypse. Jack, refresh my memory. What was the dude he fought in the tournament with the Kais? The one that was looked like Piccolo.
Oh, Pycon.
Now, Pycon was physically stronger than him, correct? at that point in time.
Stack Hellcat and Super Saiyan to beat him.
Right?
Fight him. And then the 12, they both touch the ceiling.
Now,
like that draw.
Yeah, because was it the Supreme Kai? Not the Supreme Kai, the Grand Kai, whatever his name was. He said if you were to stand on your head, technically the roof would be out of bounds because they both hit the roof at the exact same time.
Yep.
Yeah, they were literally fighting and they flew into the sky and they hit each other and flew backwards and they both landed on the ceiling.
Oh wow.
Yeah. And the funny part is
okay.
He didn't even say that exact. He didn't even say that when it happened. He let the fight continue.
Oh, he let them finish fighting and then was like, "Oh, by the way, you're both disqualified."
Yeah.
I didn't watch that arc.
That was like right beginning. Yeah. That was right at the beginning of the Buu saga.
Yeah, I can't. Yeah, I ended up catching back up. My cable came back on. It was like the middle of the Buu saga. That's when I was watching Toonami. Middle of the Buu saga. But no. So where were you going with this with PyCon?
No, because like I was just curious, like a perfect example, like battle strategy and like people who he has fought that was stronger than him at the time. That's just like the thing when he fought Frieza. When he realized Frieza couldn't sense his power level, he had to physically see him. Like, I would never go as far as to say that Goku is a battle genius. Is Goku adapt to analyzing battle strategy? Yes. But nah, I would never give him that level of praise.
He outsmarted Maro.
Maybe Maro was just a jackass.
I feel like it would have been kind of easy to outsmart Maro as well, because how long was Maro locked away for?
Never. It was a long ass time.
Yeah, it was a long ass time. So I feel like he was able to outsmart Maro because one, Maro's old as shit, and also Maro was single-minded. He had one goal in mind, one thing in mind. He wasn't thinking about everything else that could possibly happen or go along or go wrong with his plan. He's like, oh, nah, nigga, I got that plan. This shit's working. It's going to work no matter what. So I don't think he really planned out for any setbacks like that. You know, like a fucking overpowered monkey.
Or an angel. Just orbiting angel.
Or an overpowered angelic monkey. You know what I'm saying? I don't think he was thinking about that. So yeah, I also want to go as far to say that Goku's his battle IQ is genius level. I will say his battle IQ is high. But again, when you're going against a character who has literally had to take on entire armies single-handedly, who has had to outsmart gods, who has had to not only outsmart gods, but actually defeat gods. And that's one thing I do have to point. That the one thing I do have to say, although Goku has gone toe to toe with gods, I haven't seen him actually defeat a god. I mean, if you want to go with Black in Zamatsu,
no,
maybe
he beat himself. He only beat Black.
But isn't Zamatsu a god?
Yeah, but he was inside the same bite, so he diminished his power. He made himself weaker.
See, and that whole thing with Goku Black, they might as well say Goku nigga.
I don't give a fuck. That one scene was fucking hilarious. Look, he's right there. Wait, no. He's not black. Oh, okay, he's fine then. That shit was fucking hilarious. The cops were about to light that nigga Goku up. It was like, wait, no. He's not black. Oh, okay, he's not a nigga. Then we're not gonna shoot him. That shit's still funny to this day. But granted, again, like, all right, he beats Zamasu. Zamasu was a Kai, but Zamasu also diminished his powers by fusing with a Saiyan.
He didn't win that fight either. He didn't win that fight either. Zeno won that fight for him. Because he destroyed Trunks' universe.
All right. Well, okay. So, boom, he wasn't able to beat Zeno. I'm sorry, he wasn't able to beat Zamasu.
The actual creature he actually defeated was Kid Buu.
Moro. Well, Kid Buu. But I wouldn't even put Kid Buu on. Again, looking at power scaling now. Again, I still say Kid Buu is a savage, but if you look at power scaling to where, like, majority of the people that he's rocking with now, their power levels, Kid Buu is not close.
He's beating Kais, and he was teleported to afterlife and beating the crap out of dead people. So,
man, fuck the Kais. The Kais are a bunch of pussy whip, cunty, soft ass, fluffy niggas. Man, fuck the Kais. Ain't no Kai with the smoker was about to shit. That's first and foremost. Second, I mean, the only reason why Goku even beat Buu was because of fucking Hercule.
Yeah.
Okay, hold on. I want to point out. You know what that just sounded like to me? Everything that just came out of Triage's mouth to sound like, all right, so fuck you, bitch, and the click you claim. That's exactly what all that sounded like just now. Oh, damn. That shit was spicy, bro. Whoa.
I'm just saying facts.
This nigga just came out like no Vaseline.
That if they die, the God of Destruction die. That's why I find it stupid as fuck.
You find what stupid as fuck?
Yeah,
if the Supreme Kai dies, the God of Destruction is associated with dies too. That's their weakness.
Yeah, that is kind of stupid.
I don't even understand what one has to do with the other.
They're linked together. It's pretty much a backup plan.
Yeah,
it's pretty much a backup plan.
What seems to
because God of Destruction can get ridiculous, and then in case one of them decides to go evil or something like that and not listen, they have weakness to get killed. Pretty much.
Oh, once again, I'm still confused. Well, not to go along with it.
No, all right. So, God Instructions are all powerful. They can create universes. They can destroy universes, right?
They can create. They can just destroy.
So what is? Yeah. So if one of them decides to have a bad day, what's stopping them just from snapping everything out of existence?
Like, I'm gonna whip my schmeat out, and violate everything.
Exactly. So the thing that's stopping that is the fact that they're tied to a Supreme Kai who has the ability pretty much to off them if they get that bad. So the God of Destruction's life force
off themselves. Yeah, pretty much. That's pretty much what that is.
Yeah. So the God of Destruction's life force is tied to the Supreme Kai's life force in order to keep that God of Destruction in check, but also give the Supreme Kai's, since they not trying to, since they not with the smoke, not with the shits, give the Supreme Kai's a level of protection as well. Because the God of Destruction doesn't want to die, so if somebody is threatening their Supreme Kai, they on bumpers.
That's why each God of Destruction has an angel with them too, to make sure that's another check to make sure they don't go out of control.
Yeah, keep them in check.
All I'm hearing is a bunch of flamboyant, feminine fuckboys who have the power to do whatever they want, and no one can stop them. Now, question: if that's the case,
like the American government.
Where was the Supreme? Where was the God of Destruction who was with the Supreme Kai when he died?
Oh, because that's the crazy part. That's Beerus. That's the crazy part. That's Beerus. Beerus is tied to Universe 7. The other Supreme Kai didn't get killed on that planet. He got fucking teleported and fucking where? Or
am I not bugging?
Oh! Didn't he lock him up in order to keep him safe?
No. The one was locking the Z Sword. The old Supreme Kai was locking the Z Sword.
Oh.
And then when the current Supreme Kai was linked to Beerus, because Beerus was sleeping.
The old one was the one that was locked to him.
Yep. And then,
but he definitely died.
Yes, and then it was locked. Then he was locked to Shin. The other one, the other one that looks exactly like the old one but younger.
So wait a minute. So he went from being locked to the old one to being locked to Shin.
Yes.
And how was that explained?
It fucking wasn't. That's pretty much how it was. It wasn't fucking explained. Toriyama doesn't explain things. You know, Toriyama forgets about Saiyans having tails and things like that. Toriyama doesn't explain everything.
Yeah, that's the only reason why. That's the only reason why a lot of the other younger, Saiyan human hybrids don't have tails, because he forgot to draw them.
Yes, I do remember. Lord Triage, ladies and gentlemen. I'll be pointing out plot holes all week.
You gonna no? Shut up! Shut up! That was about to be wild. I was about.
Go ahead, Howard. Go ahead. You won't.
I'm just saying. The other thing about Lord Triage is not only does he point out plot holes, but he be plugging plot holes too. So he gonna be plugging plot holes all week. So hit the DMs if you're trying to get man's number. So shorties, if you got a plot hole, you can plug it. Call 1-800-FUCK prep time. He'll be there on the double. 1-800-FUCK prep time. You get all. Oh God, no! You get all your plot holes plugged.
I feel pussy, mouth, and ass. They call it triple threat.
Oh God, Jesus fuck! What is wrong with us, man?
No, nigga, what's wrong with you?
Terramana, as well as rum. I just had a pina colada as well.
Oh, so you just over there getting nice and right.
Nice and right. Nice and right. And you know what? I just might go get me another pina colada and go sitting out in the rain.
Okay, Shrek.
All right. You disrespectful motherfucker. That's wild. That's wild.
Listen, Shrek's that nigga, man.
He is, but at the same time, like I'm more like Donkey than Shrek.
Oh, you're a jackass copy.
Absolutely. I thought this was already established. I like that boulder. That's a nice boulder. If it you know my
What do you say?
I don't want to sleep on the couch.
Good catch.
Oh.
Good catch.
Oh.
Good catch, sir.
I had to save my relationship on that one. Woo. Self-preservation kicked in real quick. Oh shit. But yes, I do. I do not have a problem with fucking dragons. Okay. Anyways, if anyone out of the three of us is a fucking Shrek, it's definitely Jack.
No argument.
It's definitely Jack. 100% Jack. Yep. Get out of my swamp. I see it now. But that also means that you're going to go from being lonely as fuck to immediately having a wife to having 4 fucking children right off the rip. So you got a lot to look forward to on that aspect of it. Jesus fucking Christ. What were we talking about before this? Jesus fuck.
The death battle, whatever. This is the whole thing.
Yeah, no. Beerus Beerus and how Beerus is connected to Shin. But yeah, these are all things that weren't necessarily touched upon in the death battle. And again, you have two characters who fight gods on a regular basis, damn near. But out of those two characters, you have one character that has actually beaten multiple gods on a regular basis, while you have one that is currently at a stage where he's struggling to beat gods. But it's still going toe to toe. He's holding his own. Grant, he still holds his own against gods. Now, the thing that kills me is that, and that like it bothers me, but I also understand it. The way Death Battle phrased it in the end is that you have two massively powerful characters, like insanely powerful characters, right? You have one character who breaks his limits and goes beyond his limits on a regular basis, right? And then you have another character who is limitless. And this is why, and this essentially, to round everything up to what Death Battle was going for, essentially, they're saying Superman wins because Superman has no limits. He can literally, his power can grow infinitely. While Goku will always have a cap. And then he would have to fight and train to break that barrier to continue. And so this is now on Goku's side of things. This is where I ask, at what point is Goku going to become limitless as well? Well, because a person can only, a character can only have so many limits. You know what I'm saying? Before, and maybe Toriyama doesn't care because it's the same rinse and repeat over and over. He trains, gets stronger, can't beat the bad guy, goes back, trains, surpasses his limits, beats the bad guy. It's the same thing, rinse and repeat with every saga, with every arc when it comes to Dragon Ball Z. But like at some point, especially after this mastered UI, or as it, I'm sorry, autonomous Ultra Instinct. It's actually AUI, not master. Autonomous Ultra Instinct. After this, what else is there?
Sounds like an eraser.
The man literally
turns
what?
Back to a kid. Start to fuck over again.
Oh my god. You know what? That's fucking crazy. That's fucking crazy that you say that, because now that I'm thinking about it, all that shit makes sense now. Was it Daima?
Yep.
So, but I always took it as that Goku's power was the response to a need. And it's like how him turning Super Saiyan was his need to beat Frieza. Him surpassing Super Saiyan 2 was his need to quote unquote train Gohan to be stronger than Cell. And it's like, and then like once again, like that's why I say like the continuity kind of gets fucked up between Buu and GT. So it's like the whole thing with them going God, there was really no reason to go God other than the fact that Beerus wanted to fight one.
That's true.
And then
but they say the same thing about Superman, though. Superman is as strong as he needs to be.
But no, I wouldn't agree with that. I would agree that Superman, like you said, Superman might be a character that has no limits, but it's one of those things like where he never tests them out. Like, okay, you're an Avatar fan, right?
Yeah, not Last Airbender, not the blue people, right?
Correct.
Okay.
Jack, are you?
Yes.
So we've seen Avatar and we've seen The Legend of Korra, right?
Yeah.
Okay,
Yes.
so look at Aang and look at Korra. Like Aang had no interest in being the Avatar. Like they had to push him to master the elements in response to the 100-Year War and him having to fight Fire Lord Ozai, right?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Opposed to Korra, who was a natural and reveled in her power. And then when she came across people who wanted to smoke, it humbled her in her ability.
I see. I see where you're getting at.
Like even Zahir said it to her, like, he's like, you think your power has limits. I think your power is limitless. He's like, I think you're putting the cap on your own power. So it's one of those things like where Goku has never been one of those people like, oh, I'm terrified of my own strength. That's never once crossed his mind. All he's ever wanted to do is push and get stronger. And then when he meets an opponent who either kills him or is a threat, he specifically topples that barrier that he's at to push past it, to be just strong enough or stronger to beat that person. Like he could have smoked Frieza's boots within seconds, but he chose to play with him. Just like the whole thing with when he fought Vegeta again. Like he could have won Super Saiyan 3 and that fight he chose not to. Now, Superman's whole thing is like, I've always felt like I lived in a world made of cardboard. I always had to take constant care not to break something, not to break someone. Like he's literally been told to hold back his entire life. But then he comes across people like Lobo, people like Darkseid, people like Doomsday, where you actually get to see him cut loose.
And what we see in those moments is a rare occasion where he actually gets to cut loose. And I just want to say that so I can exactly quote the rest of the line, the rest of the cardboard line. And at one point in the death battle, he makes a reference to the cardboard. He makes a cardboard reference. I think it's when
then he goes in full power.
when he
blows the moon up.
When he destroys the moon. Yeah, he stops, looks at his hand, and he's like, world full of cardboard. And then he fucking goes off. Like I get it. It's like while Goku has to push past certain limits, like on the other hand, while like he has to find these new powers and abilities and push past his limits. On the other hand, Superman, the only limits he has are the ones that he specifically has placed on himself over years of growing up with. Damn, I have to be careful not to hurt the people that I love, not to hurt the people around me. To keep everything secret and shit like that. While Goku, on the other hand, he's, I'd say Goku is Korra in this situation, while Aang is Superman in this situation.
Exactly.
Superman knows how powerful he is, yet he chooses not to. He chooses not to use it in fear of hurting someone. While Goku, on the other hand, is like, I'm a fucking beast and I will rip your throat out through your ass. Try me.
Always back to someone directing him.
It's in the back.
It's like when Jack was fighting, his tail was erect.
If you haven't seen the episode, go back. That was an amazing episode where we were joined by the amazing Lloyd Jones from Midnight Comics. Definitely go check that out. I don't even know. We were talking about Saiyans themselves, the overall Saiyans. Go check that out. It is on our YouTube. The reels are on our Instagram. Go check out our Instagram. It's fucking hilarious. Shout out to Lloyd and Tashi of Midnight Comics. You guys are awesome. Love you. Keep doing what you're doing. We look forward to talking to you again soon. But yeah. And so that's why Goku continuously gets humbled in a way. It was like, you're not as strong as you think you are. And if you want to be that strong, nigga, you're going to have to work for that shit.
Right?
I don't know. So, now, my thing is, I still feel like at some point Goku's going to get to that same point where, like, again, he has no more limits. Yet at some point he has to be able to just, you know what I mean, surpass everything. Like, how much further are we really gonna go? The man literally is at a level of power where he cannot get hit. My nigga has auto dodge on. It's like niggas is playing with a turbo controller and just has the fucking dodge switch on.
But this is once again one of the
To
reasons
all
why I
of
think
our
it's goofy.
to all of our young viewers that don't know what a turbo controller is, a turbo controller is a game. It's a game controller that has the ability, that has switches on it where you can turn the switch and it will continuously do whatever move that switch is labeled to. There's I know for a fact that the Sega Genesis has a turbo controller. I think I still have my turbo controller where literally you just hit a switch and your character will continuously punch without you having to hit a button. That is what a turbo controller is. Just had to educate y'all real quick and let y'all know what it was. But yeah, back to what you were saying. Sorry, we had to let them know because I know we got young people that were like, "What the fuck is a turbo controller?"
But that's one of the reasons why I say, like, to me, like, I've already lost. I lost interest in Dragon Ball Z a while ago, and it's just like I just think that the more they do with it, it's not about telling a story. It's not about an end goal. It's just about perpetuating the cycle. Like, to me, like I say,
I definitely feel that.
We gotta make it make sense, and it's like between the continuity issues and the shit they're doing just for money or for a money grab. It's like I don't like the whole Ultra Instinct. I don't like the blue or the red. I don't like the whole gods and the angels aspect of it now. Like it's just getting borderline ridiculous.
And I also I feel like that's more so because all these things were outside of the realm that they had initially created.
We're gonna look up. We're gonna look up, and Loki and Goku is gonna become the Loki of the anime world.
He already has the entire Tournament of Power. All those universes were destroyed and died just because Goku wanted to fight. That's the entire reason why the Tournament of Power happened. He's like, oh, word? All these other niggas that are strong too? I want to fight. It's just like that meme. That meme video. Niggas think I'm out here doing this for the greater good. Niggas think I'm out here fighting just to save people's lives. But in reality, I just like to fight. And that's Goku. He just like to fight. And that's okay. But when you start putting the safety of your whole fucking universe at risk, just so you can fight, you have become the villain now, nigga. No. But to what I was saying is like, yeah, like when, like, this whole world and shit that they're working on right now is not something that they had originally built or had insinuated, or it wasn't a part of the original structure really of, you know, of Dragon Ball Z. On the other hand, with Superman and DC, like, you're already adept to the fact that there are characters in this universe that are omnipotently strong and that are able and capable of doing anything. Right? So it's not out of the ordinary to see Superman go against Darkseid, or Superman go against a new god, or Superman go against fucking Zod or another Kryptonian. These aren't out of the ordinary things to do or to see happen. But now then all these years in Dragon Ball Z, all we've known is that it's the Kais. It's the Kais. That's it. It's just the Kais. But now we got to a point where it's like, oh shit, we got the Kais, we got gods of destruction, multiple gods of destruction, actually. We got multiple angels, we got characters that are fucking like magic magicians and shit like that. We have a galactic space patrol now, and there was just so yeah. Don't get me started. I fucked one of the best seasons of Power Rangers. But yeah, so with all that, yeah, it's just it definitely has gotten a little funky within Dragon Ball Z, and especially with them introducing Daima now, that's even more funky and wonky. To be honest, everything that's going on within Dragon Ball Z, like Dragon Ball Z, Dragon Ball Super, like all that shit, like it makes Super look not as wild. And again, dude, I recommend watching Super. Super is it's dope. When I say dope, I mean on a level like all the fanfic that you can possibly think of.
Heroes, you mean? I'm correcting you. You mean Heroes, you mean?
Didn't I say Heroes?
No,
you said Super.
I said Super. I'm sorry. Yeah, I meant Heroes. Yeah, all the shit that happens in Heroes, it's a bunch of fanfic put together, and it's fucking amazing.
It's not a card game in Japan. That's what that thing is. It's pretty much a walking advertisement.
Yeah. But again, it's fucking awesome. So I recommend definitely giving. And the episodes are short, super short. They're like what, 15 minutes?
Yep.
Yeah, they're like 15-minute episodes. But yeah, they're pretty fucking dope. Like the art is done by Toriyama, not the story. So Toriyama has a very light hand in this, but he co-signs it as being non-canon canon.
What in the fuck does that even mean?
It's pretty much
so like it's its own shit. It's canon in its own world, essentially. Yeah. Like literally you have Universe 7 Goku and Vegeta talking to GT Goku Vegeta and Super Saiyan 4. Didn't I'm sorry, I'm probably thinking of like an other fanfic, but didn't they have Universe 7 Goku and Vegeta fuse and then have GT Super Saiyan 4 Goku and Vegeta fuse?
They had them fuse, but then they had to fuse them to become Universal Goku. They had them do some weird shit.
Yeah, and then so it was like Universe 7 Goku and Vegeta fusion danced. GT Goku and Vegeta Super Saiyan 4 fusion danced, and then who were they when they fusion danced? Vegeta, right?
They fused with some weird ass energy. It was Goku and Vegeta. It was Goku and Xenogoku, and that's it. They're going against like fucked up food, like a strong, very OP, strong, fucking universe destroying character. Food.
No, they're Gogeta.
Oh, so when they fusion dance is Gogeta, but Tar earrings is Vegeta.
Yes.
All right. Wait, so you're telling me that it was Universe 7 Goku and Xeno Goku that fused?
Yeah, yeah, technically yes. He just used his energy and then became like Universal Goku, which was basically looks like Universal Super Saiyan Blue. Pretty much looks like Super Saiyan Blue, but on crack. That's pretty much what it was.
So there wasn't a scene where Universe 7 Goku and Vegeta fusion danced.
No.
And GT Goku and Vegeta fusion dance, and then they Batar earring fused.
No.
What the fuck am I thinking of then?
Some fanfic shit or some shit from one of my manga games.
I was about to say it had to be from one of your fucking mods, bro.
Yes,
it had to be from one of your fucking mods, dude. Because that shit's crazy. It's definitely one of your mods, dude. Fucking crazy. I don't know. I don't know. So, over and above all, with everything being said here, unfortunately, it sucks just to see somebody continually get punched down on. I personally feel like Death Battle brought up some really good points and really good evidence that would prove why Superman would win against Goku. But I still feel like Goku. I feel like they didn't give Goku his Ozaru form. They didn't let him go Gold Ozaru or allow him to have full control of Ozaru with different transformations. So I feel like that also did maybe put him at a disadvantage. Not saying that would be a tilting factor, but that is an ability that he has. And that wasn't an ability that was given to him.
I got a question.
So I feel like
we're doing this whole debate thing.
Go ahead.
What do you think character who could beat Superman in anime? Who do you think could actually beat Superman?
Is that a character in anime who could?
Yeah.
We might have to go to the audience for that one.
I mean, there's a couple characters that come to mind who might be interesting fights. Like my favorite anime is Inuyasha, so I would say Shishomaru might give him a run for his money. Power, you're the Bleach resident.
No, Ichigo's not taking Superman at all.
I didn't say Ichigo. There's no one from Bleach.
Aizen, maybe Kenpachi.
How does their powers basically work? Is it magic based or is it? You gotta think about all that other stuff. They do
use Hado, which is a form of magic. But their power it's chi. It's essentially chi. It's reishi. It's spiritual pressure.
Okay.
So they'd be on the same level that Goku is with that level of things. Essentially the Getsuga Tensho is a pretty much a blade of Kamehameha wave.
Okay.
Yeah.
Nobody.
But I think shit with like looking at this death battle and looking at all the shit, essentially them saying that that he can't be beat because of the sun and just this and that. Oh, maybe Aizen. Maybe a Bleach character.
So that's no to Itachi, that's no to Kakashi, no to Pain.
Yeah, no to Itachi because Superman has the ability to block his mind from. He'll be able to block Itachi's genjutsus.
Let's see. Okay.
And again, and chakra is essentially ki. So it puts them on. It's not magic, so it puts them on the same level as Goku and Ichigo and shit. The way I'm seeing it is in Bleach. There's a space called Hukundo Mundo. It's in Hueco Mundo. All right, where there is no sun. It is all moon. Essentially, kind of like an underworld kind of thing setting. So, without him having his solar radiation to power him, I believe Eisen could beat Eisen could beat Superman.
Okay.
One, because Eisen is a killer. Goku's not a killer. I'm sorry. Goku's not a killer. He's not a killer. He has killed, but he's not a killer. Aizen's a fucking killer. Aizen's a fucking goon. Eisen is an absolute killer. So the fact that Eisen has that killer intent, as well as has the ability to put him in an area that has no sunlight. Eisen also has the ability, he has the ability that he might actually be able to make him think that he's in an area when there's sunlight, and essentially have him run out all his solar energy, thinking that he was just getting recharged. And again, once you're in Hueco Mundo, you can't break out. You literally have to open have to open a portal in order to leave.
Okay.
So with him being weakened to a certain state, I believe that their spiritual pressures, as well as their reishi and spirit attacks, could essentially defeat and kill Superman. Not Ichigo. I don't think Ichigo's strong enough to do it. I don't think he's strong enough to do it. He doesn't have the endurance. He doesn't have the endurance or the stamina. He doesn't have the power reserve to do so. So I'd have to say it would have to be Aizen or Kenpachi.
Oh.
And the only way they'd be able to do it was be able to take him out of the world of the living. They'd have to teleport him into the Soul Society or Hueco Mundo.
I was gonna ask her about Gojo.
I don't watch Jujutsu.
Oh, his broken ass ability of looking for infinity, but doesn't he block his mind though?
Who?
Does Superman block his mind though?
From what?
Mind block things and crazy things.
Yes.
His power is infinity. And doesn't that mess with your head?
I'm asking. I'm not sure. Everyone, everyone.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't watch it.
Yeah, everybody says Gojo was that nigga, man. So that's why I asked.
Like, I've seen clips of him going toe to toe, but I don't. Yeah, nah. I don't think so.
Superman's one broken son bitch. So
he is a broken son bitch.
Now you can time travel, so that's even.
What the fuck with the time travel and the phasing, that essentially makes him as fast as Flash, and I refuse to believe that shit.
Well, but here's the thing, and this is one of the reasons why I say this is saved for a later episode, because the one thing that I've always found funny about Superman is that Superman is one of the few characters with super speed who does not have access to the Speed Force.
Mm-hmm. So and then that begs the question, like, how is he able to go back in time? So Flash is able to go back in time via the Speed Force. How is it? So that's how the Flash is able to go back in time. Speed Force. He runs so fast that he enters the Speed Force, which is a universal and multiversal power source, or essentially of entity. Thus, he can essentially hop out anywhere through space or time. So, how is it that Superman is able to do the same thing without being connected to the Speed Force?
See, and that's one of the things that I've always been curious about, and no one's ever been able to answer it.
Huh.
They've just said on several occasions that the Flash is faster, so
right.
if that is the case, if Superman figures out a way to tap into the Speed Force, does that make him faster than Flash?
So, all right. So, Superman's speed is physical.
Mm-hmm.
It's physical. So, if you were to give somebody who's already physically super fast the ability, essentially, of lightning.
And here's another thing, too. It's already been proven on several occasions he flies faster than he runs.
Yes. And that's another thing. Yes, he does fly fast. But here's another thing that's also never been explained about Superman. How does he fly? Like, what in his body gives him the ability to defy gravity and fly?
See, I took it as like a whole Futurama thing that he doesn't necessarily move. He moves the universe around him. He just stays in one spot.
Don't say that shit, because that's going to make the motherfucker even more broken. Like, he doesn't fly. The universe moves around him.
Like a Chuck Norris meme.
What?
Is it the Chuck Norris meme?
Yeah. Superman doesn't fly. The universe just moves around Superman. Like, that's fucking crazy. That is crazy talk there. I don't want to hear that. They got to give me something else. I don't want to hear that one. I need a different explanation for that shit.
Sounded funny to me, I'm just saying.
Oh, no, it's fucking hilarious. But it's also terrifying at the same time. But again, I just wish that was also more so explained, like legitimately. At least like with when the way they explained the Flash's powers and the why he can run so fast. It's never been explained why he can fly. We know that the solar radiation imbues his body and shit, but what in his body gives him the ability to fly?
Yeah.
I don't know. But I don't know. Level 7s, you let us know. Who do you think can beat Superman in a death battle? Let us know. Comment underneath this right now, whether you're watching us on Kick, whether you're watching us on Facebook, whether you're watching us on YouTube. Let us know. Wherever you're watching us at, let us know who do you think could beat Superman in a death battle. Check out our Facebook as well, the Super Breakdown on Facebook. Leave a message on our wall there. Let us know who do you think can beat Superman in a death battle, blow for blow, battle to the death. Let us know. Any parting words for the people them?
Oh, my bad. To remember that while it might look like an S, it is a symbol of hope. It is the air sign, and it is the symbol that we rally around.
All right. Jag, you got any final words for the people there?
Vegeta's better than Kakarot.
That's a first.
That's not a well, yeah, it is a first for him to actually give us a final parting words. But yeah, for me, I'd say stay humble. My final words would be to stay humble. And to make sure that you humble yourself. Because again, last thing you want to do is be thinking that you're the shit And next thing you know, you get proven that somebody's shit's bigger than yours. So just remember to stay humble. Make sure to humble yourself, but stay confident in your skills and your abilities. Don't get cocky. Push past your limits. Train hard. Work hard. Figure out what you are good at. Figure out what you are not good at. Look at the things that you're not good at and turn those into your strengths. Push past your limits. And if Goku, in watching Dragon Ball Z, has taught any of us anything, push beyond your limits. And if watching Superman has taught us anything, you are limitless. You are limitless. If you put your mind, your heart, and your soul to it, you are limitless. So be humble and work hard and grow and believe in yourself. That is my final parting words for y'all tonight. Please like, comment, subscribe, and share. And shout out to Dubby for making a lot of this possible. Shout out to Terramana and Malibu Rum for making this episode possible as well. I love all their products. We will be getting some other products that I will be trying out as well. From a few different distilleries. So look out for those. We will be promoting those as well. I just want to give a shout out to everyone that's kind of like rocked with us and supported us along the way. We've come so far in the last 2.5 going on 3 years. We come a long way. But we have a long way to go. So I just want to give a shout out to everyone that's rocked with us from day one, everyone that's had us back since day one. Shout out Midnight Comics. Shout out all the other comic book and authors, comic book creators and authors that we've interviewed on the show. Shout out to all of our followers, all the 9,400 and some change followers and likes that we have on Facebook, the 100 and some change that we have on Instagram, all of our followers on Kick, followers on Twitch, all the subscribers that we have on YouTube. Thank you guys. I know a lot of you guys are probably, now you guys and gals are probably the same, but thank you, Level 7s. We appreciate y'all. And honestly, at the end of the day, just remember, fuck prep time.
Fuck prep time.
Oh, we're not gonna get it from him today. All right. By the way, all of our fuck prep time clothing line will be coming soon. We just had a little setback with our technical issues, but we are working to get those squared away, so you can look forward to the fuck prep time clothing line launching early next year, early 2024. We're talking within the first 3 months of the year. That will be launched. Keep an eye out to our Instagram, our Facebook, all of our social media platforms. We will keep you all up to date on our fuck prep time clothing line. It's going to be affordable price with very good quality. We promise you that. But yeah, have a good one. And until next week, peace.